Hi everyone. Today I'm going to bring up a topic that involves social media and how it affects the ideal standards for both boys and girls. To start off this video, I wanted to bring up some statistics from a website that I found called growingwireless.com. The first statistic that I found that 89% of the youth in the United States uses social media one way or another. Along with that statistic, 71% of the youth uses more than one social media platform. So, an example for that percentage is 71% in that field uses Facebook, and then 52% of the youth in that field uses Instagram. I wanted to bring up two pictures that I found I found on Instagram, one for both boy and one for a girl. So it just looking at these pictures, we can see the idea of what social media kind of promotes for perfection or beauty that kind of relates to the outcome of getting acceptance and popularity through their account. So first I wanted to start off with the girl. So right here, you see how she kind of has like the smaller figure, or what we would think of maybe like an hourglass shape. She also appears that maybe if she kind of had like a more of a front view facing the camera, she might even have a thigh gap, which is another kind of ideal thing for girls to have based on social media, like when you see pictures of girls in their swimsuits. I'm going to kind of get a little bit closer, but I don't know if you can see, but maybe she might promote the idea of having natural beauty, but you and I both probably think that she had her hair and makeup professionally done. So it's kind of small font, but when I looked at this picture, this has over 14,000 likes. So this could pretty much tell a girl, if she looks at something like this, that this is what people look like all the time. And if they look like this, they will get the popularity that they desire, they will get all the likes that they've desired, and they just think this is normal, and they think that this is how they need to look. Now, with the idea of beauty standards, a lot of people would think that it's just girls that deal with the idea that they need to be beautiful and perfect, but in reality, guys deal with stuff like this too. It's proven that guys deal with this just as badly and as much as a girl would. It's just different because when a girl deals with the idea of being beautiful or needing to be perfect, they need to be more thinner and smaller, but for a guy, they need to be more like bigger in a muscular manner. So that's where the second picture comes in that I found from Instagram. And this is just kind of like the ideal gym selfie of what you would see from a guy's profile. So as you can see, he's just taking his typical mirror selfie, but you see that he has like the typical like six pack. Again, that's kind of like the major thing, I guess, for a guy to have that would be considered beauty or perfect in the guy's perspective for social media. Kind of like how I said earlier for a girl with a thigh gap or an hourglass figure. So for here, again, it's kind of like smaller font, but this has over 2,000 likes in this guy's profile. Now, like I said, guys deal with this just as much as girls do. And it's just a serious thing to discuss because it honestly impacts people so much, whether it's like easily seen or not, you know. And today, social media is just only getting more popular. They're getting more followers. It's increasing every day, and the followers and the users, the age range is just getting lower and lower. On average, the average age for a boy or a girl to get their even first smartphone is 12 years old. Now, for me personally, I never got my first smartphone when I was that young. My first smartphone was when I was 17 years old. And me being 17 when I first got my smartphone, I have personally had bad experiences in regards to getting negative comments about my appearance, whether it was how I had my makeup done or how my body looked, if I was in a swimsuit or a dress. And just being 17 and in high school, when high school was kind of like the ideal, like you needed to be popular, and that was kind of like the major thing for, around that time, that has made such an impact in my life, thinking that I wasn't good enough. And to this day, sometimes I still think about it and I think that I'm not good enough. And I'm not trying to get all like fishing for compliments or just like the idea of being like sad about like for me, but I just want to bring up this idea because the people who deal with this now are getting younger and younger. I mean, the average age is 12 years old, but that doesn't mean that's as young as they get. There's users on social media who are on these accounts that are younger, you know, maybe 10, 9, 8, and it's just it with these pictures like these examples I just showed you, it gives these younger followers the idea of what they need it to look like. You know, like if a boy is 10 years old, when he gets older, he needs to have the six pack. Or a girl who's going through middle school, she needs a thigh gap, or she needs to have, you know, like long blonde hair, she needs an hourglass figure. And we need to start promoting the idea that it's okay to be who you are, you know, because a lot of these characteristics that social media promotes in order to be perfect or beautiful, it's not really easy if you can actually do it at all, you know, like it's it's very uncommon to have a thigh gap, you know, when I did studies online, or you know, like if guys look super muscular, it involves steroids, so you can't really get stuff super natural, you know. So it's just social media needs to promote more of self-acceptance and just positivity about body image. And it's going to take some time, but for me it's just I hope that one day we will somehow promote more body positivity and beauty positivity from one another, because in my eyes I think we are all beautiful and perfect in our own way, not social media's way. And I hate to end it in a very cheesy note, but that's just how I am, you know, from personal experiences revolving social media and how I view myself. I just think this is a very serious topic to talk about, and I hope everyone who watches this kind of took some ideas of the statistics and the examples, and hopefully they can kind of relate to a personal level, or at least understand where I'm coming from. So thank you everyone who is watching this right now, and have a great day.